5 underrated credit cards you need to add to your setup in 2025. What's up, guys? Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles, and today I want to make a somewhat fun and maybe even controversial video about 5 credit cards that I feel are super underrated and undervalued, and these are cards you really need to add to your wallet in 2025. I'm hoping this video turns out a little different than exactly what you are expecting, and I'm also hoping you get at least a small amount of value. If you do, slap that like button. And since this is such a fun video, I want to get right into it. Number 1, underrated, undervalued credit card that you need to add to your wallet in 2025 is any 5% cashback card. Not what you were expecting? Well, listen, I hear all the time guys and gals say, I'm not interested in cashback. I just want to travel now and travel for free. And I totally get that. But the math is clear about no annual fee, 5% cashback cards. Cash is just too versatile to disregard. Unless you're getting higher than average value from those points and miles, you could probably be doing better with cash. Remember, cash can purchase miles, cash can pay those taxes and fees, and cash bookings earn towards status and, well, maybe even more points and miles, right? So which cards are we talking about here? Well, we have the usual suspects like the Chase Freedom Flex and the Discover It. But if you don't like the rotating category cards, which I admit I don't really like them either, you have the US Bank Cash Plus, the Citi Custom Cash, and remember guys, there are ways to get multiples of these cards, making them even more valuable. The Amazon Prime card always seems to slip through the cracks. 5% card that earns on just about everything. There are 2 under the radar AAA cards, one that earns 5% cash back on groceries, the other earns 5% on gas. What about those somewhat obscure Kroger credit cards that get 5% cash back on your mobile wallet purchases? Guys, I just named a slew of super high value cards that really no one wants to talk about. None of these cards have an annual fee that you need to worry about or even calculate into your value earnings. And every single one of them fits right in, even if you have a heavy rewards travel setup, right? Cons might be that they are category specific, and that might turn off a few folks, but a label maker, or for you cheapskates, a Sharpie, well, that should make this an easy way to keep track of these cards and stack that cash back. And here's the rub. You'll always get consistent value from the cash. And if you are in a pinch, the plumber will not take Hilton Honors points. I've tried. The second card I want to talk about is the Wells Fargo Autograph Visa Signature. Hear me out, Wells haters. This is a no annual fee card that earns transferable currency. Why are we not jumping up and down that Wells isn't charging us that silly $95 fee to transfer these points? The Citi Premier does it. The Chase Sapphire Preferred does it. Amex does it, at least on the personal side. The autograph won't tax you, and it will give you 3x on some serious everyday multipliers. Guys, this card comes with a modest 20,000 point bonus and spending bonuses for dining, gas, travel, and transit. Guys, that is significant, but they also give you 3x on streaming and cell phones. I'm amazed that this card is so under the radar because there isn't a more value-based travel card in the entire game. Cell phone protection, no foreign transaction fees, some travel protections, and let's not forget what Wells has done lately. Not that mess about fake accounts, but the fact that they have introduced very competitive complimentary cards like the Active Cash and that wacky Attune card. And if you do need to move up the food chain, they have the Autograph Journey, and they've teased a premium travel card in the future. We'll see. We're still waiting on that one. I'm going to say there isn't a more underrated, under the radar card than the Wells Fargo Autograph. Number 3, I will need you to have an open mind. Number 3 is the American Express Green Card. It's undervalued and it is likely undervalued. Just wait. Let me state my argument. The Green Card is expensive at $150 a year, but we can't forget it does come with some credits that might offset that fee if you are a traveler. The multipliers are fairly specific and straightforward. 3x MR points on dining, travel, and transit. So I will say that this card will earn for the segment of the population that moves. 3 times might sound modest, but that's MR points, and they have some unreal partners that they can be transferred to. The card has a fairly nice 40,000 MR point bonus, and the card gets you in the door with American Express. You'll receive tons of offers, and great customer service, even if it isn't as great as it may have once been. Remember the family language on charge cards? Everyone wants to jump straight to the platinum or even the gold, but if you do, you might miss the sign-up bonus for the green card. There isn't a straightforward downgrade path for this card, but I'm willing to bet that you can get plenty of value from American Express in general. And we are all expecting a refresh soon, so why not grab the card now for 150 bucks? Number 4 most underrated and undervalued credit cards are some of my favorite, and that is this: credit union credit cards. Guys, there are so many hidden gems in these credit unions, and they really do offer a different experience than the bigger banks. In a future video, I'll go over some of the more interesting experiences with credit unions that I've had, but I will stand on this. I'm a credit union guy, and I love acquiring their products, and I like working with them, even with their quirks. Let's talk about some examples of these hidden gems. Alliant Credit Union has a card that earns 2.5% cash back. Now, I know math-wise, you won't have to back up the Brinks truck for that extra 0.5%, but it's a legitimate product to consider if you're in that cashback game. Affinity Credit Union has a 5% cashback card at Amazon. What is the significance of that? Well, you won't need Amazon Prime. You learned something today, didn't you? Go ahead and click that subscribe button for me if you didn't know that about that card. Fairwinds Credit Union Visa Signature. I just did a whole video on this $95 annual fee travel card. Some very interesting things here, such as 5 times on travel, 2 times on everything else. And points earn a bonus when they're redeemed for travel. Pretty cool. Elon Financial cards. Elon Financial is owned by US Bank, and they administer the credit card programs for small credit unions and regional and local banks. If you like US Bank credit cards, such as the US Bank Cash Plus, then chances are there is a Max Cash Rewards card that looks just like it at your local credit union. Abound Federal Credit Union has a simple card that earns 5% cash back on gas, and that's uncapped. So it's a really boring card, but really effective. No wonder it's so underrated. Navy Federal Credit Union has some big league cards, specifically the Flagship Rewards card and the More Rewards card. They both earn cash back. The Flagship does have a $49 annual fee, but it gets 3 times on travel, 2 times on everything else. And combine that with the More Rewards card, and you'll get 3 times on dining, groceries, and gas. Jeez. Both cards have really good bonuses and come with several other benefits. Don't sleep on credit unions, guys. And for my number 5 most underrated and undervalued card, we're going to hurt some feelings. I believe the Chase Sapphire Reserve is undervalued right now. Sure, it has a huge $550 annual fee, but there really is no card out there that does more for its hardcore users. The biggest reasons why I think it's slept on is folks really do undervalue that 50% boost in the portal, and I'll explain. Looking for award availability for common everyday flights, it sometimes sucks. You might not want that 11:50 p.m. flight to Miami, but with the CSR, you can book just about anything that is available with cash with your UR points. There's plenty of lounge access, and unlike some premium travel cards, you can use this one to spend on. The card's insurances and protections are top tier, and it's one of those cards where the more you use it, the better it gets. Throw in those complimentary UR point earning cards, and I think we need to put some more respect on the CSR's name. So guys, 5 cards that I think you need to add to your wallet in 2025. Maybe not all of them, but at least give them a shot. I will have my personal referral links in the description for the Chase Sapphire Reserve and some American Express. Remember, with American Express, you can use any card's link and then navigate to the American Express card you want, and that person will earn the referral bonus. Please tell me in the comments just how way off I am on these cards being overrated or undervalued. I look forward to the heat. And guys, as always, if you stayed all the way to the end, I appreciate you, and I want to thank every single one of you.